I can invite you to any space with any group of feminists, and you will always find the tone that is right because your integrity is faultless. I'm full of admiration, just basically you stomping around the world, constantly trying to make a change happen. And I suppose I identify with you as another stomper.
Indeed you are.
Increasingly, women are saying, let's involve men. Let's collaborate. We're all in this together.
It's all about the relationships you've built. The spontaneous human energy is there around, we can do new things here. We can care about men, and as we do, men care more about others. I'm Gary Barkram, the CEO and founder of Equimundo, and we work with men and boys for gender equality and healthy masculinity.
And I'm Jude Kelly, and I founded the WOW Women of the World Festivals.
We have called our biggest global campaign MenCare because it affirms what we are born as a species, to seek care, and we're also wired to care.
A festival gives a kind of plethora of ideas and thoughts and speeches and talks and pop-up things, etc. And it gives people a feeling of agency.
You know, I think what the changemakers should expect as they walk into this is to be challenged, inspired. They should feel an obligation that they have to act. We've got these themes: caring online spaces, we've got raising boys to be caring men, we've got care policies in general in terms of fatherhood and men's caregiving overall. We've got men's own health. We see the loneliness crisis. We see the ongoing suicide, cycles of violence by men. We're looking at the democracy space. How do we keep civic life together and keep some men from trying to tear it down? Come into the space with us. You who have power and space in corporations and foundations and governments as policymakers and narrative shift folks, to say, come and be inspired by this. We need you to have skin in this game. We need to call out kind of where we've gotten stuck in some of our discourses. And that's women talking about these issues and men talking about these issues
in separate
rooms. And then come together around what here is working and what are we in this moment, the planet on fire and the rest, we've got to get unstuck. And I really appreciated that you came in with an energy that said, well, of course, I assume you're a feminist ally unless you prove that you're not. So you flipped the discourse slightly that said, we want you in the room, we need you in the room, and a meaningful dialogue is possible.
It is entirely in my belief of women's rights that I believe that men's rights are important. We're all in this together. I think that's what we want to leave feeling.
What we've seen in some of our most recent research is that there's a lot more things that men fill in when you ask them, what does it mean to be a man? I can care about my daughter, I can be a caregiver, I can be emotionally attuned to others around me. They still put at the top being a provider, which is really strained and stressed at the moment. AI taking over jobs, the way that the economy is working globally, the concentration of wealth in the hands of fewer folks, that feels increasingly tenuous for lots of men. You don't really shift people by data points. You shift them by powerful stories that make them feel.
You've got to have this exploration about what do we mean by a man. There's so much intertwining between what we've been told culturally we ought to be like and what we might be like.
And I could feel how many things there were that said there's new scripts for how girls and women could be in the world. And I don't think we've had a similar kind of what are the new scripts for boys and men in the world.
Yeah.
There's a lot of negative scripts of what men can't do, but I don't think we've sort of broken enough of the box to say, what's all the things that we can do?
To have a boy ask you, is it okay to yell at a football match, or is that too macho? That's a painful thing to hear. Like, let them scream their lungs out if they want to. Young men are full of passion.
Yeah.
And we've got to transfer that feeling into something which is compassionate and loving and purpose-led in a good way. Putting our arms around young men, really, really important.
When men are not violent to women, they're also not violent to other men and to themselves. When we worry about streets being safe so that women can go through them at night, men are safe. all the stuff that is listed there as the benefits of feminism, men benefit from that stuff as well. And I think we've been shy about saying, look at all the good that comes to men by investing in this.
Basically, it's about changing the conversation.
Yeah.
So men and their happiness and their well-being and their care can become part of popular culture, and it needs to be.
Yeah.
And that's what we're going to do. This conversation that we're going to unleash is actually happening already in lots of people's heads, and they will get the confidence of suddenly thinking, oh, okay, here's loads of other people thinking what I'm thinking. And that allows the conversation to become normalised. You can have it in the pub, you can share it with your mates. Let's go on a journey, because it's really thrilling. This has been just a great conversation.
Yeah.
We haven't had a conversation like this for a while because we're always so busy.